What's up, people? So we're back with another one. Hope you all have been staying safe and staying free and had a good week, ready for this weekend and enjoying that content. Don't watch my little bruck tooth. I'm getting my crowns banged on next week. Anyway, this banger of a video that I'm bringing to you all today is all about the Lord Gang leader, gang commander of OFB Rat Gang, inside a prison for murder for 19 years. So let's get into it. So I'm sure a lot would know that's in the UK, but those that are part of my community that isn't wouldn't, that this punk of a coward little boy was sent to prison only a couple of years ago for murder for 19 lovely jubbly years. Now, all of you young ones, and the young ones kept saying to me, ATLT, SJ, the Lord Gang leader, gang commander of OFB Rat Gang, is the only person that has mashed work. And until I done my investigations, the Lord Gang leader, gang commander of Rat Gang has not mashed any work. That's why he throws up the O to tell you how much work he mashed. Now, in the articles, this guy, SJ, had taken another guy's life with 6 other individuals though. It took 6 men to get 1 man down. There's no gangster or badness in that whatsoever. They didn't even give the dude a fighting chance and say, fuck it, there's too many man, we're gonna do 2-on-1, 3-on-1 and get it cracking and give him a little, fighting odds though. This is how wet a lot of individuals are nowadays and do coward punk shit. Now, SJ was not the guy that initiated the first blow, which is normally very crucial for the CPS and judge though. Take note of this. Nor did he deliver the final brutal blow that unalived the guy though, as those two right there, the first that instigated the whole problem, chef, stabbed, whatever you want to call it, and the last person that stabbed him, that had took this guy's life. So this is the reason why the Lord Gang leader, the gang commander of Rat Gang, OFB SJ, got 19 lovely jubbly years for murder. And if you ask me, we should have gave him 40 odd years, or more to the point, we should have just kept him behind bars for life, since he was a participant that took someone's life. Now, for real ones that come from the council estate that have been in trouble like myself and may have been on the roads and that understand how it works though, the sentence SJ got 19 years for a murder, that's a manslaughter charge though. Most men get 25 plus, and it ain't got nothing to do with his age and shit, because when he got jammed up, you can see he was at the appropriate age to be holding what he should have been holding though. Now, Reform Britain, this 19 lovely jubbly years is a minimum that this punk of a coward has to serve, and then he can get out onto the streets, which he'll be like 30, 31. May I add, SJ, the Lord Gang leader, the gang commander, wouldn't have done what happened and contributed towards that day unless he was with his boyfriends, girlfriends holding his hand. How many times did SJ run into this dude and not do nothing though? Why did he not mash work when he seen him on his ones and he had his shit on him? Why did it take for this one situation to be with a bagger man and to get man down? Anyway, with this being said, on top of it too, he's talked about how he could have been a footballer, he was flicking balls on the pitch. Now he's definitely flicking balls inside the jail. Imagine going from flicking balls on football pitches that you could have been flicking, but now you're flicking balls on football pitches. You're right where you want to be though. Next thing I've got to add on this, SJ, when he was doing his little freestyle, I'm sure a lot of us would have seen it. If you haven't, it's on YouTube, it's on many of platforms. This guy carried on doing a freestyle after being told he's going to prison for nearly 2 decades with no pussy, no bunda. I'm sorry, but true life talks this. That moment when he got told, we all know, the whole world knew after when it had come out, even if the little bro had dashed and dropped the mic, it would have been legendary as it was. But instead he decided to stay there for gang and his amusement and everyone else's, before he went to prison for 20 odd years, instead of saying, fuck this, hey, Heady, Squeddy, take your square head from the back. Instead of recording us, come to the front as an older and come drop some bars. Man, go and get the bunda though. Man's going down for, a little time. You get me? But instead, he entertained this whole facade. Now, next thing I'm going to add on top of this too, as real ones know, when SJ done that song in prison, but shit got took and shit got took and shit got took, he's lying. He is actually kind of intellectual, as intellectual ones know that are smart and have brains. This guy took a situation from the truth and span a load of lies around it though, as it's more believable when you take something that has happened to yourself or someone and then spin a load of lies around it though, instead of just spinning a load of lies in the get-go. And when he's talking about but sh got took and sh got took, I'm too observant. Just like Bando Gay, he ain't throwing up no all like that. But notice how SJ is doing this. The Lord Gang leader, the gang commander of Rat Gang, is doing this all in a cell. He's not doing it on the wing. Not because you can't have a phone on the wing. Okay, it's not allowed on the wing. But how many man have you seen pop up on social media using the phone, doing freestyles on the wing though? Like real bad man do, and even in front of the screws and recording the screws, and the screws are running from them. This is why you need to be really observant. It's a fucking facade though. And listen to this, True Life talks this. As I said with Bando Gay, and I'm gonna say with this little bro here, it's the same thing. Only real bad man can go to prison and talk about real bad man thing though, because as when man are on the blue phone speaking to bros, man them, loved ones, and they're hearing little bro, well, but she got took and she got hooked and she got hooked. You think man ain't on the phone saying, hey yo, Dookie in here, he's saying how this man and he got this man and that man and this man. Yeah, it's all a load of was. And you got man in there that are never coming home. Fuck your 19 years. When man step out onto the wing, real bad man don't want to hear wannabe bad man coming out onto the wing talking piss that you ain't done. It's just like in the streets. You can't just go onto the streets talking your piss. Man tell you, brother, shut up, go and do what you need to do and come back though. And more to the point, if you can't do it, just shut up, don't talk it, period. Or talk it in your own space. Because what SJ is doing, he's doing it in a cell with all of these other men that are coming in his cell, his buddies, his little coronis that he's paying and giving what and doing favors for. Huh? That standing there go, yeah, that's hard. Now, on top of this as well, yeah, I'm sure a lot would have heard as well, he was offered £150,000, or he had signed £150,000 deal whilst being inside the jail. And I remember when everyone kept tagging me, RTLT, SJ's Muslim now, look at him standing with Aki, look at him, he took his shahada standing in his form. Yeah, I didn't pay no attention to that. I knew it was a facade, because as I told people on TikTok, and I'm going to tell when I was on TikTok, and I'm gonna tell you lot, True Life talks this, yeah. Hey, this guy that was standing there that took his shahada, meant to be Muslim, the next post of SJ was with 6 magnums on his bed. What the fuck is a male doing with magnums inside a prison? I get, okay, you want to drink alcohol, whatever, cool, but magnums to stimulate your wood when you ain't getting no pussy in there, no bunda, what the fuck are you doing that for? SJ, the Lord Gang leader, the gang commander of Rat Gang, is right where he wants to be though. Hey, no. And excuse me, on top of it, as a Muslim revert, it's prohibited to be drinking. So that's another thing. You see how man do it as all for, as a fashion thing when they do this religious thing. But anyway, another point I'm gonna make with SJ, the Lord Gang leader, the gang commander, as someone like myself and many of people in my community that want to reform Britain and make it Great Britain again and have a safer society and communities for our family and ourselves and our loved ones, hey, no, I'm gonna make sure that if this guy does get the 19 years minimum as he did, and they're saying, yeah, he coming home, I'm gonna take all of this to the parole board though. Hey, no, listen to she got took and she got hooked and she got took and yeah, bang a man, slapper. And as a Muslim, you're talking about harming people. So obviously you're not true to the religion as a Muslim. Astaghfirullah. There we go. It's just a facade, another thing. Now, with SJ, the Lord Gang leader, gang commander as well, Rat Gang, let me just say this. What the fuck does people think he's going to do? He spent all of that 19 lovely jubbly years inside a prison to come out of prison at the age of 30, 31 with practically still half of his life, you know, ahead of him, to do what? To go right back into position of OFB Rat Gang, to be the commander again. What is he gonna do? Because when he comes out, listen to this, you young little nephews, as you call me, unks, yeah, listen to this. Man comes out 30, bando gay, got a kid. You got man with one kidney, and then man got a kid and that with one kidney. How it's mad. That's inspiration, aspiration there. But anyway, more to the point, you got all of these man, all of these bodies that have kids that the time when he comes out are his age when he went inside a prison, though. So what happens then to this young man that has been institutionalized for 19 years? He with the bullshit. And especially when I seen the news article with SJ saying, oh, he's very regretful and sorry about the stuff that he has done and what took place. But then you're talking about shooting, stab a man, and how you got this man down after and this man down after. It's just all for the parole board and just to make it like he sincere. So when it's time to getting out, you know, it's just one of those things. No, that ain't gonna happen on my watch. As long as I'm alive and people that want to reform Britain, this guy has an influence on the younger generation that thinks it's cool to stab people and do all of these dumb shit because he's sitting there putting shit into their ear, though. And True Life Talks this. Hey, one last thing I'm gonna add with the Lord Gang leader, the gang commander as well, Rat Gang, yeah, is that SJ still has another 15 years to go before he comes out. And is he still gonna carry on with that facade, you know, with this gang shit, as he's not rehabilitated? And all of this to the parole board, we will find out in time to come that if he really does live what he talked, though. Because if he lives what he talks and all of this gang shit, I'm sure there's a lot of evidence that SJ has provided for the parole board to deny his early release, though. No, True Life Talks this, because it's like this guy is someone that needs to be kept behind bars. There's a possibility he can come out at the age of 31 and take someone else's life just to go right back in again after 2 decades being inside a prison. True Life Talks that. Do you think he's just gonna go back into society and it adjust like that after not being rehabilitated inside a prison? I don't think so. But I hope you all have enjoyed the video. Do drop your thoughts on the situation of this punk of a coward. And like I said, as us as the people, we need to vote in laws that we're happy with. That, you know, when a man does take a man's life, a life means for another life, though. You take a man's life and get life, that means life. You die behind those cell and wall doors, though. You should never be coming home. There's no chance that any man should be given a chance to come home after someone had lost their life, though. You should never be able to walk the streets. The fact that you're breathing is a blessing more than enough that, you know, is taken for granted, though. And that's True Life Talks, man. Reform Britain. But I hope you all do stay safe. Do drop your comments. Do like if you do like the video. Do dislike if you don't like the video. And I'll catch you all in the next one.